A bakery has 4.5 pans of cookies to decorate. They can decorate 3/5 of a pan in 1 hour. How many full hours will it take to decorate all of the cookies? How much extra time will they need? So we need two answers here. We need an answer for question A and an answer for question B. So we start here, we have 4.5 pans. That's what we are starting with. And we are dividing that into 3/5 of the pan. So we're dividing it up into groups of 3/5. So we need to make this improper. So 4 times 2 is 9, or 8 plus 1 is 9. Got ahead of myself there. And then we are dividing that by 3/5. But I notice I can't do 2 divided by 5. So we're going to use that multiplicative inverse and copy dot flop that. So now I see that 9 and 3 can simplify. They can both divide by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 goes into 15, 7 full times, which is 14. 1 left out of 2. So the question says, how many full hours will it take to decorate all of the cookies? So that is 7 full hours. So there's still half of that left over. But the next part, right? Lots of us just want to say how much extra time, and we just want to say it will take half. But it's half of 3/5. Half of 3/5. So we need to take half and times that by 3/5. So when we multiply that, 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 5 is 10, and there are 60 minutes. Well, you could just leave it like that. You could say it's going to take another 3/10 of an hour. So 3/10 of an hour is how much longer, how much extra time they will need. They don't need a full half hour because they're decorating 3/5 of the pan. So 3/5, half of 3/5 is 3/10. So to help us understand that a tiny bit better, we're going to draw a picture here. So we're going to get our 4 pans. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right, we only have half of this one. So let's see if we can make half here. There we go. So we have 4.5 pans here, and I'm going to split them into fifths so that we can easily see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So we're splitting them into fifths because I can decorate 3/5 of it. So that's going to be the easiest way to count them out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this one, if we had, I'm just going to finish drawing the whole thing so we can kind of see. So right here's 1, 2. So you can see, right, that's not going to take up the whole thing. That's not a whole 3/5. So we don't need that whole hour to decorate it. So here is, right, 1, 2, 3. So there's 1 hour. 1, 2, 3. There's 2 hours. 1, 2, 3. There's 3. Here's 1, 2, 3. Now we're at 4 hours. 1, 2, 3/5 is 5. 1, 2, 3 is 6. 1, 2, 3. We've got to decorate that part. 7, right? So there's our 7 full hours. And we still have this. Here's 1/5, right? And then this is like half of that. It's not even the whole fifth, right? We only have that much of it. The cake cuts off there. The cookies, we only have a half of this pan. So we don't need, we have like half of this. So that's where this comes in, is we have to take half of 3/5. We don't have this whole pan, right? It's cut in half. So we need half of 3/5. So that's where this part comes in, is it's not just a half left over, it's half of 3/5. Of means to multiply there. So if you take a closer look at this last section, here's our 1, 2, 3/5, right? And we only have half of it. Here's 1/5, and here's part of it. Here's the other fifth, and here's the other part. So we're just taking half of 3/5. We're cutting that 3/5 in half. Of means to multiply. Or you could take 3/5 and you could divide by 2, which we can't do 3 divided by 2. So what you're going to do is just turn around and copy dot flop it. And look, we're timesing it by a half there. So either way, we're going to come out with 3/10.